Hello and welcome to The View from Felaban. I'm talking with Carlos Troetsch, who is a partner at MMG, a Panamanian wealth management and investment bank, and also the incoming president of Felaban. So thank you for talking to me. And the first question I want to ask is about the direction that you will like Felaban as the representative of Latin American banking to take, particularly bearing in mind the relations that the region would need to have with others. The US perhaps comes to mind first. In the future, in an environment in which Latin America's economies are often underperforming and there is still quite a bit of risk perhaps placed on the region.
First of all, I'm thankful, grateful to God the opportunity that we have to lead this important federation for the next 2 years. I do believe that this is a world that is interconnected. So I believe relationship with our fellow federations, not only through the United States, but also through the rest of the world, is going to be one of the focus that we're going to be doing. I think we share common grounds on how do we move the banking industry forward. So that is something that we're going to be working on. Especially with the United States, there is a lot of chambers and also service providers that we need to strengthen in order to work together. For us, it's important to address our efforts towards higher objective, and the objective is how do we bring prosperity to the countries we serve? How do we help, the medium class and the low class to have access to the banking industry? And that is something that we're going to be working. Something that Felaban have done in the past, but that is an issue that we are going to be working on.
So you want to put great emphasis on financial inclusion, and I know that digitalization, you think the digitalization will help in that respect. Can you explain how, and what are the initiatives that you will undertake to promote this digitalization within the region?
Actually, it's important. That's the way that how banks can move forward in inclusion. So far, the numbers are tell us we are on the right direction. There are a lot of more access to in our countries to the banking through smartphones, through ATMs, through credits. Credits and have been growing up to this non-inclusive market in the last 2 years, but we still, there is a job to do. So what we need to do is to join efforts with the newcomers into the area, the fintechs, all the these institutions that are providing service through digitalization, and there is a whole task force that is working on that. But the first thing that we're doing is that we're taking measurements. There is a big study that is happening right now in Felaban. How do we best serve that tax?
So if you can tell me a little bit more about the survey, if you have any information or data to share, and also a question about which markets do you feel in Latin America are in greater need of a better environment, perhaps for fintechs to thrive. Mexico might be the example, maybe that others might want to follow, and whether banks are actually looking at fintechs now as true partnership, potential partners rather than threats, which is a concept that obviously is accepted maybe elsewhere, but it could be that in Latin America it's still not as well understood.
Well, what the study have shown us, obviously, that there are some countries that are more advanced into this digitalization and the new fintech world. One of them, obviously, is Mexico. The other one is Brazil. Chile is also, is a good example, as well as Argentina and maybe Peru. But what is important is how do we, yes, partner up with these newcomers, and also what is important to maintain the health of the financial region is how do we, these newcomers are also, kind of regulated, which is a big issue also in Europe, because when you're managing money, which is what we bankers have been doing for so many years, you need to be careful, because somehow you affect the financial health of the country. So there are some regulations that need to be applied. There are some rules that they need to follow, and that's where the bankers can come in to assist and bring these people into control arena. So yeah, this study is important. It's still on the making, but so far we know that there. The good thing is that it shows the awareness of bankers, how budget is being directed into these new technologies and digitalization. It is a commitment of Felaban to move that forward. So that is something that we're gonna be, you guys are gonna be hearing.
Very well. Thank you so much for your comments.
You're welcome.